Hello, I'd like to dedicate this video to Rena from www.soulalert.com. When Rena emailed me regarding interviewing me on her broadcast radio, it never occurred to me that it was called Soul Alert. And it was during the night when those two words came to me. It was like a voice talking to me saying, wow, these are fantastic words that we can use to actually trigger certain knowingness, certain understanding. Anyway, these are very powerful because they bring tremendous healing, physical and emotional. But in order to understand this, I'd like to mention certain facts. Okay. In order for creation to take place, there has to be duality. This means an up has to have a down, front has to have a back, male, female, black, white, and so on. This means the law of cause and effect. So everything that we experience, everything that's around us, everything that we can touch, smell, hear, is an effect of a cause. The cause itself, when we go back to the very cause itself, right, that primal first cause, we'll find that that first cause was causeless. It had no cause, in other words. It had to be because there had to be a first cause in order for us to be here. Now, this first cause has been called hundreds of names. It's been called God, infinite intelligence, presence, awareness, many names. Okay, so now we're going to call it now itself. The one thing that's that has to be fully understood is that there's a difference between the present time and now, which most people confuse. Okay, the present time and now are two totally different things. So let me clarify this by giving an example. When Rena emailed me regarding an interview, she set the time for Saturday, March 14th, which is a Saturday. So when I receive her call at 10 o'clock in the morning and we'll be talking, it will be her evening in London, England, which is 8 hours difference. This means that her present time and my present time are totally different. But what we are talking, it is the now. The now is timeless. The now is pure essence. The now is endless. The now has no beginning nor end because it is the causeless cause. Another interesting thing that you will recognize through this process is that you yourself are the causeless cause. You are this now. That's your very nature. And through doing this technique, which is a technique really, it will help us to create transformation to the recognition of who you are. Of course, you can never know who you really are because it's a mystery. It's so total. It's so complete. The causeless cause is just a word, a concept. However, it will awaken us enough to begin to feel, to resonate with that which is so infinite and timeless. So, now let's go into this practical use. Let's assume that in the present time, which is your soul experience, there is depression, anxiety, stress, and you say to yourself, soul, alert. Now, when you bring the soul from the present time and you say alert, you bring it to the now. The moment you bring it to the now, which is beyond time, timeless, you actually eradicate that feeling which was brought on by time. So, let's assume right now you're having depressing thoughts, and I'm talking about depression primarily because I get so many emails regarding people who say they are depressed. And just become aware that you have depressing feelings and say, soul, alert. Alert to the feeling. Do not deny it, do not resist it, do not fight it, do not even wish it away. And the moment you allow it its full expression, it completes itself because it enters the now. Let's do it as a technique. And I'm borrowing a technique from EFT. EFT uses this technique, which is quite effective, and it has proved itself quite valid. This is what you do. Let's suppose you have an anxiety or depressing feelings. You ask yourself, how do I feel from 1 to 10? And of course 10 would be extremely anxious and 1 would be minimal. So let's assume that you've gauged around 7, 8, 9, whatever. And you do the following. Now the body is electromagnetic, so it has several meridian points. But let's pick one meridian point which we can use almost anywhere. The sensitive part of the side of the hand, which is also known as the karate chop side. Okay? And you tap on it 7 times while you use the following words. Okay? And you say to yourself, even though I am feeling this depressing energy, yet I am so alert to the now, which is pure, alive, and fresh. And then, after a while, check again from 1 to 10, and you'll find that it has decreased. If it hasn't reached its minimum, like number 1, then repeat again. And you'll see how powerful this can be. In time, you might not even have to go through this, because you will recognize that you are this now itself. The moment you recognize it, that's transformation. Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful, and thank you for listening. Namaste. Soul alert.